Hi everybody, can you hear me? Let me fix the mic here. Hi everybody, can you hear me? Oops. Let me fix the mic here. Let me turn down my volume so there's no... Okay, there shouldn't be any echo now. Okay, so... I'm using my NexStar 8SE. I've got Jupiter on the screen and the planets. I put, even though I put a reducer on here, the planets are a little bit too far apart for me to see. So I'm going to try and scoot over to. I'm really zoomed out here, but viewing for me is not going to be good. It's going to be tough. Let's see. And there's Jupiter. You can see the bands going across it. I'm using a mono camera, but you can still see what's going on there. Hi, everybody. Hey, Koosh. Like, and you see the bands on Jupiter? It's in focus enough. And I don't know if you saw my last video where I said I'm preparing for the Great Conjunction, and I was debating if I should take the electronic focuser off my Rasa and put it on the NexStar 8SE. Well, this is unbelievable. But DJ, one of my subscribers, he reminded me I have a MoonLite Focuser. I forgot all about it. I have a MoonLite Focuser for the NexStar. So I went in the basement, I put that on. Now I've got it all hooked up. I'm controlling the mount, the focus, the camera, everything from inside the house. And I've got my equipment listed. I didn't list So, hey. Hi, everybody. Hello there. All right. So I've got a mono camera, but you can see Jupiter here. Now, if I go to, let me go to auto here. Now, that's how small Jupiter is in full resolution here. And I was looking at Stellarium. Let's see, where's Jupiter on Stellarium? Now, if I look at Stellarium, I see 3 moons on this side of Jupiter, and then directly lined up on the other side is Saturn. So if I go in the direction of those 3 moons, so let me increase the exposure here so I can see the moons. So, okay, so here's the 3 moons right there. And Saturn is directly on the other side. So let's see if we can find Saturn. There's no way, they're too far apart. I'm not going to be able to fit them on the same screen. So this is a good test. And it might be the only fun I have if I have clouds the rest of the way, and the forecast is not looking so good right now. So I'm going to do this, and now I'm going to go the other direction. And if I keep going, I don't want to lose. So if I keep going this way and this way, I should come across Saturn somewhere. Maybe I have to turn up the exposure even more to see Saturn. Who knows? Because it's not nearly as bright. It should be around here. It should be perfectly lined up. It should be around here. I was trying this earlier. I can't find it. Ah, that must be Saturn. That's it. I think I got it. All right. So let's see. What if I turn this? Hey, easily you can see the rings. Can you see that? Let's blow that up a little bit. No, that's 100%. Where did it go? All right. So we got Saturn. So far, so good. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I'm not looking at all the comments just yet. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. So if I can get by, let's see, a 33.5. What can I see? Okay. Because I know a lot of people are wondering what's the best exposure to see them both on the same screen, because you want to be able to see Saturn without overexposing Jupiter. So I've got it on exposure 21.9 right now. And, all right. Let's see if, I hope I can find, okay. So, let's see now if I can find Jupiter. I'll just keep clicking the left here. Hello, everybody. See how far apart they are, even with the reducer and on full resolution. They are really far. I really am going to have to wait till the 21st to see them on the same screen, or maybe the day before. Okay, I'm still clicking on the left button here, hoping to find Jupiter. Come on, Jupiter. I know you're here somewhere. Come on, where are you? Oh, did I go too far? I should have put it on full screen. I might have gone too far. Let me go back here. I forgot I was zoomed in. If I lost them, that's not a problem. I'll go back and use my Telrad to find them again. Okay, there's Jupiter. Okay, so to see... Okay, so this was a good test. I was able to see Saturn's rings clearly at 21.9, but that absolutely overexposes Jupiter. Yeah. So let's how low can I go? Oh, geez, that's a lot. I'm down to 3.5 to see. There's my stupid clock. Yeah, it's definitely going to be tricky to find the right exposure for both of them. Interesting. So what do you guys think? Well, interesting. Right. I think it's going to be hard to find that sweet spot. I mean, Saturn at 21 point something easily overexposes Jupiter. That's going to be tricky. Try 10. There's 10. Even 10 overexposes Jupiter. I'm using an f6.3 reducer on my NexStar 8SE, and even that's not nearly enough. You want to see? That was kind of fun to see Saturn. Let's try that again. So to see Saturn, and like I said, Stellarium is sort of pointing the way here. When I use Stellarium, it shows me the moons on this side of Jupiter's moons, and when I go, all I have to do is just go in that straight line to see Saturn. So if I overexpose it to see the moons here, I can see the three moons. Now let's go back to Saturn. But wait, let's see what exposure was I at to see I was at about 3.7 to see Jupiter, but I was at about 21. Okay, now let's go back and find Saturn again. Wait, let's go down here a little bit. Okay, all right. Sorry, I'm not looking at the comments. I'm in test mode right now. All right, and we're looking for Saturn. Saturn is pretty far away still, but it should be around here. Okay, there it is. All right, now, okay, let's put it more towards the center here. Okay, so if I saw Jupiter, if I saw Jupiter clearly at 3 point something, you know what? You can do it. I saw Jupiter at, without Oberk's, okay, 5.9. So if I can see Jupiter at a 5.9 exposure. Now let's go back again and see how good Jupiter looks at 5.9. Well, I think there will be a sweet spot to see them both. Okay. All right, I'm going to go back and see Jupiter. Let's see. I'm going to keep clicking this button. Boy, I'm really surprised. I didn't know they were still this far apart. Okay, where is Jupiter? Come on, Jupiter. You gotta be around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's go back. Oops. Now let's see if it's overexposed. I can see the rings clearly on Saturn at 5.9. And I can see the belts, the bands going across Jupiter at 5.9. So in that area, 6 milliseconds, I can see the rings on Saturn easily and the belts on Jupiter. So there's my sweet spot, 6 milliseconds. What do you guys think? Interesting, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not using Hyperstar, but so we found it. We found the sweet spot. I'm enjoying it now, even though they're so far apart, because I'm looking at the weather forecast, and this might be the only clear night I have for the next week. Yeah, that should do it. This is the test I wanted to perform. I was really curious about the focus. You want to go back? I don't know. I think I enjoy looking at Saturn a little bit more than Jupiter. Let's go back here. Wait, where's? So this is exactly what I wanted to do too. I'm controlling. I don't need to adjust the focus now, but I'm using my MoonLite Focuser on the SET, controlling the camera and controlling the mount from inside the house. This is perfect. So let's go back and find Saturn. Come on, I know you're around here somewhere. I'm going slowly. Oh, there it is. You see it? Oh, see, even at 5.9, Saturn is pretty dim. But let's just raise it up for the fun of it. Let's see. That's so small. They are really far apart still. Where did it go? To the right? There it is. On the 21st, they're going to be 0.1 degree apart. Ah. Oh, really? Last night you should have seen them both with the Hyperstar? I wonder if you would have been able to see the rings around Saturn when they're that small. So we got Saturn up on the screen right now. It's going to be definitely tricky. At 6 milliseconds, Saturn, you can easily see the belts, the bands going across Jupiter, but Saturn is going to be really faint. Here's what Saturn is going to look like. You're going to have to sacrifice one of them. And I choose not to blow out Jupiter. So if I can still see, at 6 milliseconds, I can still see Saturn. So I want to go back. Let's go back and take a look at. Let's go back and take a look at Jupiter again at 6 milliseconds. Yeah, for anyone just joining, the planets are still a little bit too far apart to see on the same screens, but I'm switching back and forth between Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter should be coming up here pretty soon here. Okay, now there's Jupiter. Okay, so it's 6 milliseconds. Oh, there is Jupiter. The focus is not the greatest. I could probably, let's see the focus here if I go up a little bit. By 10 at a time. That looks a little better. Not great. Not great, though. And if I overexpose it a little more, I can definitely see there's the moons, a couple of moons. But I think Well, let's see. Can I go a little more? You see, if you start to go over 6, it definitely start to become a little overexposed. And of course, it's going to depend on seeing conditions too. If it's hazy, you'll go higher. Yeah. Hi, Margie. Hi, everybody. Cut a moon filter in half. Hey, that's actually that's thinking outside the box. All right, so we've got Jupiter up on the screen. So you want to see Saturn again? I'm just having fun until the planets drift out of view. I don't know how much time I've actually got here. I'm surprised I've got this long. My telescope is actually right outside my window right now. I didn't even take it to the edge of the yard. Hello. So if anyone's just watching, we were just looking at Saturn a moment ago, but let's go back and see. And I was looking in Stellarium if you're just watching, and I could see that you can see if I overexpose Jupiter, it's got 3 moons on this side, and I know from Stellarium that if the moons were on this side, I know that Saturn is lined up all the way off the screen on the other side. So that's how I was finding Saturn. So let's do this again. I'm gonna scoot Jupiter over a little bit, and now let's go find Saturn again. It's kind of fun. I'm enjoying this actually. I love being automated, or at least controlling it from inside the house. So we're looking for Saturn. Boy, I am really surprised. I did not realize that they would still be this far apart. Okay, Saturn should be coming up here pretty... Oh, there it is. Definitely overexposed there. Let's bring this down. And there is Saturn. Here, let's... Oops. Let's blow this up a little bit. Let's blow it up to 150. Oh, there it is. Okay. And we got Saturn up on the screen. And my seeing conditions, and I think everyone's going to be fighting seeing conditions, when you're looking at the planets this low, let's see, how low are they right now? I'm looking at them right now at only 15 degrees high, so I am cutting through a lot of atmosphere to see these right now. Definitely low in the sky. This is a really good test for me too, to see how low I can actually see them. And right now I can easily see them at 15 degrees. You can take different exposure for Saturn and then Jupiter. Right, yeah, absolutely. I was really hoping though to be able to get them both without having to do that. I just think it's really cool to be able to see them both without. But of course, for viewing, it's cool. But if you want a really good final picture, I think you're right. Take different exposures for each one. Yeah, I'm using my reducer. I thought the reducer would help me get them, they'll push them farther away. But they are still really far apart right now. Let's go back to, that's how it looks in full resolution. I mean, look how small Saturn is, and I still have to go a long way just to see Jupiter. So let's get Jupiter back here. I'm clicking on my left button. That's a lot of clicking just to get Jupiter back here. All right, where's Jupiter? Oh, and there is Jupiter. You can see Jupiter with its moons. Okay, and let's just lower the exposure here. Let's go to 150. See if we can get a better view of Jupiter and its belts. Well, it's low. It's tricky. Wow. So let's go there, and if I overexpose it again, Hi everybody. Sorry I'm not keeping up with the comments. I'm just sort of enjoying the view I've got right now because I don't know when I'm going to get another clear sky here. Okay, so we've got Jupiter. That is Jupiter if anyone is just joining right now. And let's zoom in and then we'll go to Saturn again. I'm actually surprised this is working so well, even though they're tiny. Okay, there's Jupiter. Now let's go back to Saturn. Saturn is, for me, like I said, I like looking at Saturn. Let's go to the... Alright, now I'm going to scoot Jupiter down while we go and look for Saturn. Hello, everybody. We are looking for Saturn. It should be coming up here. Oh, there it is. See it? Very faint. Let me turn up the exposure again. Alright, and let's put it more towards the center here. And let's zoom in 150%. Where did it go? Hey, overexposed, but they're easily we can see the rings. If anybody likes looking at Saturn, we got a pretty cool live view right there. I'm using a mono camera right now, but on the day on the 21st, if it's clear, I'm hoping to use a color camera. I put this mono camera on there because I needed a camera with a big sensor, so I was hoping, crazy me, that maybe I could see them both, but they are too far apart still. Yep. Okay, shall we go back to the Jupiter again? I love switching back and forth between the two. All right, let's go back and see Jupiter. I hope this isn't boring you, but I'm having a good time. All right, now let's go there. Bye-bye Saturn, and we're going to go find Jupiter again. It's easy to do because I know they're just lined up. All I got to do is keep hitting this left button here on my direction. Oh boy, I'm amazed how far apart they are. So when you look in the sky, they're so close together right now. And there's Jupiter. Let's turn down the exposure here. I am using a focal reducer right now to widen it, and I'm using the full resolution on the camera, and it still wasn't nearly enough. They are absolutely too far apart. I'm going to look out the window for a second and see, can I still see these planets? I think, I'm surprised how good my view is right now still. If I overexpose Jupiter a little bit more, we can definitely see its moons. Here's one moon over there. And another moon. I think my scope needs to be collimated. Shall we go back and look for... yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not looking at all the comments. I'm sort of just enjoying the view like you guys are watching here. It's a lot of fun. Saturn's moons? You want to see if we can see Saturn's moons? I don't know if I have enough focal length at the moment, but let's try that. I'm going to turn up the exposure here. Let's go a little bit to the... Okay, now... Alright, we're going back to Saturn. Bye-bye, Jupiter. Alright, if anyone's just joining, we were just looking at Jupiter and now we're going to find Saturn. They're a little bit too far apart to see on the screen at one time, so I have to still control the mount, and there is Saturn. All right, so let's make this view a little bit bigger. And you want to see Saturn's moons? Geez, I don't know how to do that unless I turn up the exposure. I don't know if I have enough focal length. I think I see them right there, though. I'm overexposing, and is that a moon right there? Is that a moon? I don't know. Let's see what Stellarium says. Are there... Saturn. Are there... Oh, yeah, look at, there's two moons right there. Two moons right next to it. Those are probably the moons it's talking about. So, okay, we just saw Saturn's moons, but I'd really have to overexpose that stuff. My view's not great right now, but we've got Saturn up on the screen for anyone just joining us. I'm going to stay on this until and enjoy it until they go out of view. If anything, they're either going to hit a tree or my garage. What time is it? I want to see how long this goes for. 6:13. And let me look in Stellarium. Let's see how low are they right now. They are at... Okay, Jupiter's coming up on the 14-degree mark. Thank you. All right, shall we go back and see Jupiter again? I really like looking at those rings. Let's go back to Jupiter. I'm on full screen again here. When things work this well, it's kind of scary sometimes. I did not expect to just find everything so easily, and for everything to actually work. But this is a new configuration for me. I'm scooting down. I'm scooting downward to find Jupiter. Hopefully it's still in view and hasn't gone too low yet. But I thought I had a view all the way down to 10 degrees, so we'll see. And there's Jupiter. Let's lower the exposure here. And let's go up to 150%. And there's Jupiter. You can sort of make out the belts, the bands, bands. Not as pleasing to the eye. If it was in color, it would be more interesting, but I'm using my mono camera because it had a bigger sensor. Oh, I have an ADC, but it has so many knobs on it. It kind of intimidated me. I wasn't sure how to use it. Hey, Greg. Hi, everybody. All right, so we've got Jupiter up on the screen, and if I overexpose it again, we can definitely see some moons. There, one there. But I want to go back to Saturn again. I think those rings are just amazing every time I see them. We're going back to Saturn. Come on, Saturn, you're here somewhere. There you are. Let's turn that down a little bit more. Where are you? There you are. Hey, thanks for the tip, Paul. I appreciate that. Hello, everybody. We have got a really cool view of Saturn, and we were looking at Jupiter earlier, but they are we are 11 days before the actual the point where they'll be at their closest, 0.1 degree apart. So there's no way I can fit them both on the screen at the same time. Although I was kind of hoping with a bigger sensor camera and using a focal reducer, I thought maybe I had a chance, but I'm not even close to get them on the screen at the same time. And I think we found a sweet spot of 6 milliseconds where you can see the bands going across Jupiter and you can see the rings on Saturn dim, but you can see them without blowing out Jupiter and overexposing it. So if you missed where I was testing out the exposures on both, it's earlier in the video. So we got Saturn up on the screen. Should we go back to Jupiter again? Oh, no problem. Hey, Deep Sky Dude, how's it going? Hey, Mike. Jeff. So we have got a view. Let's see. Let's go back to let's go back and see Jupiter again. This is what it looks like in full resolution. That's how small they are. All right, we're going back to find Jupiter. I'm clicking on my left button here to control the mount. Where is Jupiter? I should just count the number of clicks instead of a... Alright, there's Jupiter. Let's see. Turn down the exposure. And we can see some bands going across Jupiter there. You know what? I don't know why I'm not... I should be recording this. Okay, you know what? Here's I'm going to do a video here. Let's see. A 1-minute video. And I want to record it. Well, it's going to be in mono. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a color camera. But let's start. Let's do a 1-minute video. Okay, I've got Jupiter up on there. I am recording. Now I'm going to go back to auto. Now I want to go find Saturn, but first I'm going to turn up the exposure here to make it easier to find Saturn. Now I'm going to click on the right here. Now let's hope to find, where are you, Saturn? Now watch it not work. And there is Saturn. Okay. Now let's put it more to the center here. And let's blow it up to about 150. Hey, and there they are. Now I got a video with both of them. If nothing else, this is my conjunction. I am really thinking that I'm not going to be able to catch this later because of weather. The weather is scaring me. Cloudy in London. Deep Sky Dude has one of those night vision telescopes or eyepieces. It amazes me. Those things are so cool. I'd like to get one, but they seem pretty expensive too. Yeah, Texas. I wish we could see them both on the same screen at the same time. Oh, am I still recording here? I'm going to stop this. I don't need too many more videos here. I got one. That's enough. I'm going to see a test of how long I can see this stuff before. Jupiter will be the first one to go out of view. Because the way they're positioned. Okay, cancel. I don't need any more videos. So let's do this again. Let's go back to Jupiter again. All right. Bye-bye, Saturn. Where are you, Jupiter? There you are. Where are you? Let's put it more in the center here. See, I have to lower the exposure. Okay. So we got Jupiter. Cloudy, France. Hello. Hello, everybody. There is Jupiter. And there's just no way with this Astro equipment to fit them both on the screen at the same time. It's not even close. I thought they would be closer than this, but we still have 11 days to go for the conjunction at their closest. Let's see how low they are right now. Let me look at let's see. Jupiter is down at the 13-degree mark. So my view of Jupiter is still pretty good. But let's go back and see Saturn again. Well, can I see Jupiter's moons? If I overexpose it, you can easily see. Oh, really over? You can see 1, 2, 3, a moon on this side. That's if you go crazy with the exposure. Now that it's gotten darker, I can't really see Jupiter at 6 milliseconds anymore. I actually have to increase my exposure. I want to go see Saturn though. I know Saturn is lined up pretty good. Let's see. Where are you? Come on, Saturn. Hey, Saturn. Welcome back. Hello to the 192 people watching right now. If you're just joining us, the planets are still way too far apart for me to be able to see them on the same screen. But in 11 days, they'll be 0.1 degree apart, and they should be easy viewing. Right now, I have to scan too far to see them both. And I'm going to hang on here until these planets leave my view. Right now it's 6:30. I'm surprised I'm still going. My seeing conditions always stink here near. I'm 20 minutes from downtown Detroit, so I got bad air during the day for sun shots, and I got extreme light pollution at nighttime. I don't know how big the camera chip is. I'm using a 183mm camera. So you can look it up to see the exact dimensions. Oh, right now they're still a degree apart? Yeah. I think I have half that. Not even half that. Okay, let's go back and find Jupiter again. I love switching between them because I know exactly where they are. Let's scoot this one to the right, and then we'll wait for Jupiter. Let's look for Jupiter. Come on, Jupiter. Where are you, Jupiter? Where'd Jupiter go? Please don't tell me I lost Jupiter. I want to go back and find Saturn. Something went wrong. If something went wrong, I'll just go outside and line them up again. Please, I hope I can find these planets. Where are they? Did I screw something up? Crap. Oh, nope. Okay, we got it. I thought I lost them. Thank you. There's Saturn again. Now I'm going to go back and just scoot up and find Jupiter again. All I got to do is click this left button. I don't know why I didn't see it earlier. Maybe I wasn't clicking enough. They're probably still farther apart than I think they are. Or Jupiter has finally gone out of view and that's why I can't see it anymore. Jupiter might have hit the garage by now. That's very possible because my scope is not at the edge of the yard right now. It's near the garage. Let me look. Yeah, I think I lost Jupiter. Oh no, I lost Jupiter. Shucks. All right, let's just stick on Saturn until I lose Saturn. Oh, that's a bummer. What time is it? Okay, so I 6:30. Let's go back and enjoy my view of Saturn until that's gone. That's hilarious. I thought I had a little bit longer to see Jupiter. Oh wait, I gotta turn up the. Where are you, Saturn? Let me turn up the exposure a lot here. Oh, there it is. All right. So we still got Saturn. We lost Jupiter. Sorry, Jupiter. Jupiter's gone. It's gone too low. I'm going to stick on Saturn, though. Yeesh. Not that great of a view anymore. They're just too low. Too much atmosphere. If you're just joining, we've lost Jupiter. It's gone too low. But you could back up in the video to see it. How low was it? Oh, Jupiter. Yeah. I thought I had Jupiter until the 10-degree mark, but that's if my telescope is all the way at the edge of the yard, and it's not at the edge of the yard right now. So my telescope is not in an optimal position. So I'm going to hang on here at least until Jupiter or Saturn disappears. You can sort of see the view. How's the satellite looking? You can see, look at how much I have to turn up the exposure just to see. It's either clouds or my view is just getting really bad now because it's so low. And it looks like I'm getting some haze. I'm right here on the map. There's probably haze that's hurting me right now. I'm not going to do any deep sky imaging tonight. What if I said binning 2 right now? Well, let's turn this down. I'm really having to, at least earlier, if you missed it, we were playing around with the exposure and trying to find a good exposure to see them both. The picture's really getting bad now. I'm losing it. It's either clouds or my view has just gotten really bad. Oh, yeah. It's fading. All right, well, I want to thank everybody for joining me. We had a little bit of fun today, I think. This was a good test, but I've lost the planets. All right, guys. Thanks for joining, everybody. I had fun. I hope you did too. And I will see you later.